Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, man and not so man. No, I'm kidding. No sexism. This is going to be the new Sweden boom, and I'm gonna also show you the Sweden DAX, as there is many different ideas that I've seen right now. Most of them are not as good as the users may believe they are. So yeah, we're gonna start with the DAX. There's technically just two things you can look at separately, which is either a deck with the tree card in both no-nat and native variants, or the same decks without a tree card and another replacement, which is the artillery training speed for the team. Quickly going over the entire deck, I guess. Start with the tree one. So basically, trade is key. All the coin cards are in. We use infinite coin mine to reason using, well, the ironworks, the faster gather card for mines for torps. If you only use that during your boom, then it's pretty much wasted afterwards, so you send infinite mines and therefore it's valuable afterwards. Well, all these three cards are pretty much self-explanatory. Just good for your Huss, good for your Carolines. Artillery train speed, self-explanatory. The berries, the black berries are basically 3.5 vils per shipment. You can send them twice. I'll show you when to send them. If you send fish once, it's 2 food per second. So one of this, well, sending this once is better than one fish crate, which is why I have it in my deck. You could probably get along without it as well, but it's just a nice thing to have for food. Since I don't have fish in this deck and send the mines, I also have the food card, because, you know, food is finite, it runs out, so you're gonna have to go on mills eventually. Obviously the 3 Caroline cards, the Huss cards, Infinite Cherokee, always want to overpop factories, the tree card, and the mortar card. You can argue about using K-Shot instead of the mortar card if you prefer horse art over mortars. I don't, I prefer mortars. I say they're better for Sweden gameplay. Yeah, what about the tree card? Why is the decks with and without? By the way, in my native deck, I just exchanged one card. Which one do I actually? Yeah, the Huss HP. Just the H3 Huss HP. Yeah, what about the tree card? It's pretty much, if you get torps in good positions on trees, you don't need any wheels on trees. Torps can go up to 1 wood per second, which is OP. Problem in team games, sometimes you have teammates that just chop all your trees, and or you just don't have many trees with a wood heavy save on your team, which will make you want to think, okay, I may as well just not use that card. So that is why I have decks without it as well. That's the only reason though. If you have a chance to use it properly, do it. But you never know, sometimes you just end up on a team with killer MK and it all goes under. So now to the actual boom. We're gonna start just like in the early stages of the game with, oh my god, the ping though, so good. I've never done one of these against the computer so far, but it feels amazing. Might be a little bit inflated therefore, but the boom order doesn't change, so I think it's fine. Alright, so we're gonna start building 2 torps, since we can fit 2. Can try to hit the trees at the same time. Doesn't always work. It's not really required or whatsoever. It's just, if you can fit it, it's nice. So you're also gonna want to kill a hunt in range of your torp, possibly in range of both torps. Did that work? It did. So yeah, now you have the coin already for the hunting dogs. You're just gonna go for a market now with the 2 torps. Oh, that's, well, quite irrelevant. I'm just gonna select my nat tree deck, since this is a 1v1. Technically, you would expect this to be with the use of natives, right? Fair. It's gonna be market time. So you're gonna build your market, and then you're just gonna go back to wood for the hunting dogs, and then go for food. You should be able to age with 13 villagers, I think. 14 is if you're bad, so you can already tell very early on if you have good macro or bad macro. Maybe a good indicator for you. Hunting dogs. And yeah, just put everything on food. You're gonna want to age now. Wow, this is so lag free though. This is just crazy. I didn't know the game can feel this good. Low latency would be amazing. Yeah, there isn't really much to talk about for now. Whoops. Well, can spot the hunts. See what you're gonna have to herd. Most likely gonna need all the hunts if you can. You can get away without using all of them, but if you have the chance, and you may as well want to use many. So now I wonder, is this actually even talked about macro? I think this is actually rough macro. Might be fine. So I guess I'm gonna have a small idle time because I had no actual good treasures. I think I just had the coin. But it's fine. Small idle time is okay. So you hit 700 quite easily, and yeah, I'm on 770. So this is like almost no idle time. So you now is you over gather food for like 100. So you get this upgrade, and then you go forward. Reason is probably obvious. You want to build torps on mines in this boom. Why on mines? Because we're using the card. Otherwise, trees would also do fine, but for now we're going to build it on my mines. I guess I can't fit all my torps. Right, so let's try to position them so we can put 5 torps in each. Usually you should easily have 4 coin mines, so what we're trying to do is put 4 mines on 4 mines. 4 torps on each mine. Actually 5 torps. And then the 5th mine is the one that you gather from, because you actually need to gather from one mine. So this should gather. No, maybe not. It's not so interested. Well, you know, shit happens. Okay. So we're about to get 2 cows. I'm gonna send them this way actually. Reason is oh, send the card. Kill the cows next to torps. So the torps gather from the cows. That way you should be able to eventually get the 2nd wood upgrade from just doing that. Meanwhile, we just keep torping. So now I want this upgrade. Gotta get it. Why is the 2nd wood upgrade worth it here? Because we still have many torps to go, and because we're also gonna want to gather wood for TCs. So absolutely worth it. Meanwhile, the increasing amount of berries I have is gonna be enough for a bit of food production. So no need to worry there. Always preferably build the first torps where you have a chance to hit the trees. It's optimal, it's not, you don't always get that, but if you do, it's nice, so feel free to use it. So, right now I want 10 torps, we're gonna go up to 11 now. And once we have 12, basically now, is when we're gonna add steel traps. We're gonna prepare our switch to food with the vills. Oh, now it gathers actually. Again, we just kill the Huns so the torps gather from it. Okay, so now the steel traps is in. Time to go for food. Just leave the 10 vills on wood. I actually think we can go even more on food. Start putting in this. 18 torps. This should be okay. Alright. So, this way, I believe I should be able to age. Get my last torp here. Yep. Now we age fast. Orville's back to wood. Most of them at least. Put down your last torp. 20 torps. Explorer in range of, well, the mine, the last mine. That's the key point. So you could say this is maybe an offline boom, but I actually think this is exactly what I kind of did in the real game too, so I didn't feel like it's too inflated just yet. Alright, start herding in. TC waypoint to the mine. Actually the hunt I think is accurate, but you want to have the TC near the mine regardless. So I'm gonna start sending those to build the other TC now. Yeah, you send the refrigeration and Royal Mint. I know some people argue about sending refrigeration later. The reason I do it early is because I feel like I gotta give the card a purpose in my deck more than just, you know, being there for late game. So I feel like if I use it, I should use it early. Well, I'll herd this, but yeah, one villain wood because I still need the second upgrade here. Alright, so when this TC finishes, I'm not going to actually queue a Vil, I'm just going to age with it. Age with the fort, because you can put that down. It doesn't... There's no bigger purpose, it's just to lock down a location on the map. You get this. So I can do that. Can eat more vills and coin. That's unfortunately far away, but it's always the case, so can't really do much about it. So we have 2 shipments right now that's going to be our factories. I'm not going to send a tree card ASAP, Because a bunch of these, like all the torps are going to spawn trees, but I don't want them to spawn trees in the location they're in right now. I want them to spawn trees in a location with trees. No, don't go in the tree. Back. Some factories. We're gonna build a fort, and this location is always the location to go for with the fort, by the way. Always want it in this spot where people just send in their explorer to build a TC in the back of your base or whatever. Yeah, Jiff, that's her. Factories. Actually, I do feel like I have a lot of coin though, so. Alright, so now I think I'm fine. I can start sending those to wood. So in most games you will have to put your factories on food actually at this point, because not in all games you have enough to keep wool production up, and you're gonna save your shipment for now. So you do get this upgrade. Actually, you can wait and get this first. Should be better. Yeah, as I said, you're gonna want to upgrade your factory for food. You don't always have to do it when you have Huns. So in this game, for example, I think I'm gonna be good without it, as your factories should be on wood, technically. I'm gonna upgrade them for everything, just because that's what is usual. So now we basically just wait for mines to run out. We're at a church. And yeah. Oh my god, no. That was not intended. I don't even know how I did that, but... sorry, I got tapped. I hit H5, so use obviously just gather your crates. Actually, keep factories on coin for just a little bit, because you want your capital upgrade and you also want the immigrants. I guess also church upgrade, so it might be reasonable to get this. This, because it doesn't matter. Mine still haven't run out. So second upgrade is now immigrants, because it decreases the time your vills need to train. Meanwhile, we're gonna build plantations. There you go, immigrants. Queue this upgrade. And you still want a church XP. That, for whatever reason, isn't actually being built. Upgrade your plantations. And yeah, these plantation upgrades are usually a reason why you need factories on food, because your Huns are gonna run out eventually. Okay. So mines... Okay, so mines are starting to run out, so what you do now is you start building your torps in locations where they are surrounded by trees. Factories on food. Can send this. Okay. And what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna move off wood for the most part. We're gonna send the blackberry card very soon, so no worries. But first we need to put down the torps in better regions. So, last upgrades. I'm actually gonna queue both these things. So this torp seems pretty good to me. This torp as well. And that one. Yeah, no way, you just kinda handle it. So only one mine didn't run out yet. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Now you're just gonna want to put all your vills off wood. And that is it with the boom. Now your torps will gather an insane amount of wood. You can see my score is pretty high, 570. Soon to be maxed on vills. All my torps on the right position. Berries are about to arrive. This mine will run out at some point. Unfortunately, once you send the mine card, you can't actually see the tree gather rate, but I promise it's pretty high. Goes up to 1 per second. So that's it for what I wanted to show you, because now there's nothing else to do in the boom. Now it's just you place your military buildings, you build your walls, wait to trade, get all your upgrades. This is it. I hope I will see no more shitty Sweden decks and no more shitty Sweden booms from now on. You got this, boys and girls and everything else.